showed something that I had written to someone else. It was in 1997. I was barely 18 years old. I had written a script for a Ghanaian movie. I called it Lesson 5. It was meant to be an action movie about a young guy who gets caught up in a drug smuggling conspiracy involving his mother and some spare parts dealers. Oh man, it was meant to be an action movie in a Ghanaian setting, and I was very excited about it. Now, I was so proud of my work that I wished the world could see it. I wanted someone to see all the hard work I'd poured out by hand. Remember, there were not many laptops in 1997, okay? So I wrote all of this onto the pages by hand. Now, I took it to the office of my favorite English lecturer at UCC. He took one look at it and said, "It's all wrong. Nobody will understand this. You'll have to do it again." I was stunned. This guy, pa. Did he not know how much time I had spent writing the darn thing? How can he look without even reading it and tell me it's all wrong? I decided there and then that this learned professor either had no clue whatsoever about English language and literature and had no idea what a masterpiece looked like, or he was just jealous of me and wanted to suppress my shine. Either way, I turned out the rest of the ramblings. I tuned it all out as he went on and on about whatever it is, the made-up responses that he had for rejecting my work, until I heard the words, "fantastic imagination." Hey, what was he talking about? Surely not this work. So I tuned back in just in time to hear him say, "So if your work doesn't come to them in the format and layout that they recognize, they certainly won't stop reading the 100 other scripts on their desk just to make time to try and understand yours, which means they will never find out how fantastic your imagination is unless you rewrite it all in a format they will recognize." Oh, okay, so then I understood what he was getting at. I mean, I still wasn't too happy. I didn't get why film producers couldn't discard their annoying old ways and embrace this new way of writing that I had just invented. So I tried to explain my way of writing to the professor. He listened for about 3 seconds and asked, "Kojo, are you going to go around explaining yourself to everyone who reads this? Or would you rather do it again in a way that needs no further explanation?" Look, I don't deny how unpleasant it can be to hear someone tell you what is wrong with you or the work you've done, especially when you've put so much of yourself into it. Of course, you know yourself and you know when you've worked your hardest and put your best effort in. So when someone comes along and picks holes in it, the whole thing sounds like the person is disputing how much effort you put in. It's like this person has come out of nowhere to tell you whether or not your efforts are worth anything. But here's the thing I learned that day from this English professor. First, it doesn't matter what you intended to achieve. What matters is whether people get what you achieved. So you may think you've said the smartest thing ever, or you've done your best work ever, but the true measure of the things you say or do is the way it affects others. We have a saying around here: the real economics of what we do is not measured in what we produce, but by what is consumed. So it's not about how much work you put into your product or presentation or policy. It's about how your customer, your audience, your electorate feels about it. That's what matters. That is all that matters. Feedback is a tricky thing. Often we think our critics have simply misunderstood us, but the truth is, the fact that they have misunderstood us is feedback. All feedback is useful. All views of your work and words are potential ways of improving, no matter how harsh or unfair you may think they are. No matter how misunderstood you may feel, learn to take it on the chin and use it to do better next time. Okay, they say business is all about the customer, and the customer is always right. Life is the same. Every criticism, every feedback you get is a clear voice of your customer, and they are the ones watching you, what you say and what you do. So whether you like it or not, they are right. My name is Kojo Yankson, and nothing in this world is so perfect that it cannot be improved by feedback. Not even free SHS. Good morning, Ghana.
It's a rainy Monday morning in Accra on the last day of May 2021. Hello and welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.9.